Okay. I have ever so many watts that I gathered through the night. And as you can see, I purchased some more bric-a-brac. Nothing important. Okay, admittedly, I did get some potato plants. But I stopped at the towers, because I wasn't sure if the towers were going to unlock something new, so I didn't make those yet. And I didn't get the planet boosters or anything. This is... how many hours? It's not actually been 24. How many hours has it been? I'm not even sure. Hey there, how's it going, Boss Meep? Hold on, let me shuffle a couple of things so I can see chat more clearly. Alright. So, first order of business. Okay. Thingmaker has deployed the planet booster. Alright, let's see what happens when it connects. I'm expecting it to just be a rocket that pushes the whole planet. Oh, okay, it's spreading as a whole bunch of things. No, it's a wide thing. Why is it getting wider and wider as it falls? Okay. That's a pretty big thing. Very scientific, very accurate. Excellent. Planet booster is in position. Earth, the spaceship, ready for time travel stuff. Build spud guns to increase the sun's mass, increasing our speed and therefore speeding up time or whatever. The more things you built, solar panels, probe taters, etc., the higher the mass of the spuds and taters that we can fire into the sun. I guess I'll take the best genetic things. All things now generate twice as much power. All right. Let's start with a few of these. There. Starting with those. Monolithic hashes. Unhealthier. They must be good, right? Potatoes are healthy, thank you very much. And so is grease. Grease is healthy. Use them up for better conductivity. You ever try to live without eating any lipids? It doesn't work. Grease is perfectly healthy. Alright, there we go. Now... hiding all the towers behind you, eh? Spud guns. Fires one spud at the sun. 8,000 watts a second. Fires one tater into the sun with a much larger mass. Alright, let's see. Let's see. This produces 8,000 watts a second. This is better. For my money. For my money's worth, this is better. Take that, son. That'll teach you to fire cancer-inducing rays at our planet for centuries. You like it now that we're shooting back? There goes Mercury. Uh-oh. I liked Venus. We just killed Venus. Just for the greater good. Potato launchers now covered in plates, as requested. Not sure how this will help us gain power, but I'll run with it. Mars water evaporated. Mars doesn't have water. Jupiter's gone! Unfortunately, that awful, awful recent film about it isn't enough. Sorry, really was a terrible film. You may not know about Ceres, but it doesn't matter, because it just got swallowed by the sun. Potatoes don't get denser than the ones we're now firing at the good old sun. They're twice the mass I thought was possible now. There goes Saturn. I feel irresponsible, almost. Uranus just got destroyed. Neptune boiled away and went all steamy. I'm saying that you just killed Neptune, too. Pluto isn't even a dwarf planet now, because it's dead. Eris is a dwarf planet, too, by the way. Well, it was 5 seconds ago, before you carelessly flung it into the sun. I'm not flinging planets, I'm flinging potatoes. Get it straight. Line the spud guns with solar panels. Oh, we'll get there, all right. Well, so much for the solar system. Unfortunately, this yellow star that we use here is an awfully small thing. We need a much better one. Wait, shouldn't my solar panels be doing better as we increase the mass of the star? It should be outputting more energy, right? I don't know how. This game is called SPACEPLAN. I'm told there's a free version, though I'm playing the Steam version that is paid for. Don't shoot potatoes through my planet! Ugh. We're gonna get solar spud soon. Well, 1% of the way there. And climbing. Here we go. Solar spuds activated. Full circle. High density spuds. Mash more density to each spud. Well. Well, well. What more could we want? What more could we ask for? And while that ticks away, we can... Whoops. Here we are. There we go. Fits right in, don't it? Da da da. 1.6% crossing to 1.7. It's getting there. We're gonna accelerate it though. We're gonna accelerate all this. In the meantime, I just started yet another 1K challenge. This is number 35. So the first run, this was true of the No Divinity runs as well. The first run I always go for Hathor. It's just a 15 to 20 minute run. It was easier to do the early runs in a 1K challenge because I had like millions of clones I could hit on Power Surge. But since I'm doing these 1K ones, it just doesn't work. You can't use the Power Surge at all. So you use the power of battle creating and so on. Yeah. Actually, the battle's falling rather behind. Not far. No, because that would involve me interrupting a run I had been building up already. I'm using... 1 second. I'm still doing that on Dead Run, even though somebody pointed out that I had made a bad choice with one of my researches. I'm still running Capacity, when I should be running manipulation. Anyway, so yeah. But I'm running this because, well, I could probably quit it out now, but it would have been really dumb to leave it off at 63 when I could just wait and let it build up. I actually thought it would get a little bit further than this. I thought it'd be getting to 66 by now, but, well, it's slow. It's a slow build, clunky. I didn't, you know, I was never a big fan of this, but it was the best I could seem to hobble together to get me over the last gem wall. But yeah, I'm going to try the Drow Titans tonight. I'll probably do it after I've completed my space plan. Speaking of which, there we go. These dense spuds will fatten the sun twice as fast. Good. Excellent. We're up to just about 3% now. Oh, well. Greetings, Trondor. I wonder what's going to happen when I get this to 100%. Probably craziness. I'm actually surprised that the stuff didn't open up more things beneath this, exponentially more expensive. Oh well. I'm nowhere near the AFK pit. Hold on, let's see. I can pull that right up. Donk. Why does every single one of you have to have a different sized window? My AFK has not gone up in the last month? Seriously, I've been doing no divinity challenges and 1K challenges, and they've been 1.5 hour runs. I literally don't even bother. Like, seriously, 1.5 hour runs or shorter. Like, for example, this run is like almost over already. I can almost beat Hathor right now. So this has been sitting at 24.86% multiplier for like ever. While I'm on vacation though, and this is doing all achievement challenges, this multiplier will go up again. It will probably go up quite a bit. Yeah. Should I buy another spud gun? Let me see. These are basically 5 times as good, but they're not 5 times the price. Looks like I should be doing a potato launcher. Look at how quickly the shadow is rotating now that we've got the booster. Huh. Another one. And another, and another, and another. We're gonna pick up the pace. Time is... Yep, time is speeding up. As time is speeding up, this is getting faster and faster. It's not just that we're making more power, it's that... Well, yeah. So this is going to get really out of control probably in the next few minutes. Do you notice the question mark? I don't know how long this game is. I don't know what happens next. I put a question mark on it because maybe I'm finishing SPACEPLAN today. I don't know. But I've got a good, I don't know, I've got a good 6 hours that I can invest in it today. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 5%. I was expecting something to happen at 5%. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Shouldn't be. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let me see. I should be ready to rebirth over here. Not quite. I know it's all like, but it's only a 1.6 average, and I'm a 2.7. Surely I can knock Hathor right down. Not necessarily. Not when I'm at this percentage of health. Better to wait and be sure. In the meantime, I can at least gather a little bit more battle multiplier for the next one. Whoa. Wow. Holy crap. Good job. Alright, we're gonna get another potato launcher down. Where's my thing? Where's my little dot? There it is. Let's put this one with this group, There's just this lone potato launcher over here. Alright. I'm close to Poison Trap 3 now in my Spire. 6% already. It's speeding up to be sure. Alright. Let's try this. Yes, that's a win. Really? Everyone's having a laggy stream. What the hell? I'm not dropping any frames. I've got a consistent 30 FPS coming out of OBS right now. Usually, YouTube is spamming red and orange lines at me and telling me my stream health is out of order. Right now, everything is telling me it's green. Here, check this out. Hold on a sec. Good. Your viewers are happy. Everything is laggy. It's horrible. Your viewers are happy. Your stream is very good. They could, if it's orange, they could be experiencing minor issues. But they're not. Ah, YouTube. You're so good at being YouTube. You really know what's going on. Let me see. Did I knock that out? Okay, great. So we quickly grab our trees and rebirth. I might get through an entire 1K challenge during this. Okay. Take care of all that. Don't know why the face cam footage should be lagging either. Everything looks good on my end. I don't know. There's nothing I can do. Sorry. We're getting close to our next potato launcher. Potato lawn chair, go. Should I wait to put it in with the rest? No, this little Death Star is just gonna go over here. This one needs a friend anyway. It's the same camera I've been using for years now. It's been working fine. I can look. I can see. I can see in OBS that the camera is working. There's no drop frames or lag in the camera. Everything is fine. on my end. I don't know. Could just be Google. Or a bad internet day. I don't know. Well, I don't have a high definition camera. I have a cheap camera. I'll be first to admit that. I've never been able to afford like high-end equipment at all, or anything even vaguely approaching that. But actually, now that a bunch of people left my Patreon because Patreon stepped in it again, apparently. This is the second time that the company has done something and suddenly a bunch of patrons suddenly left. I have to find a new thing that's not Patreon because this is twice now. Oh dear. And people are like, do you have anything else that I can use? And I'm like, no, I'll get to that eventually. When I return in January, I guess I'll look into another service. Yeah. I guess I can look into cameras. I mean, this one has been serving me for years now, but it's always been, you know, kind of a low-end thing. Anyway, let's knock out that. Okay, we're already through Pontus. Diana is the important one on the second run. I need to knock down Diana because as soon as I've knocked her down, Hadriex shall knock you all down. I should have named my character Garland. Anyway, as soon as I've knocked her out, I can build a few monuments, just enough to get Izanagi as well. And then that's where the second reset goes. It works pretty well. Now, it's tempting to leave it on fish to get a high creation value, but I should set up the materials I'll need when Diana goes down to build a few. All I'll get is a few Mystic Gardens and statues. That's it. I mean, after I beat Izanagi, I could build tombs, but why? I'm just going to reset anyway. So, I mean, I've tried fooling around to get slightly more battle and stuff, but it's not really necessary. No, even the famous YouTubers are complaining that, like, a huge chunk of their patrons left. Like, the last time they messed around, it was something... Oh, what was it? They had changed their... They had changed something, and they changed how they were billing people. They got greedy, basically, and it pissed people off. That was last time. And then this time, they threw somebody off their service who hadn't violated their terms of service for something he'd said 10 months ago. And yeah, it's just, people are just mad. There's a lot of people who are just mad, and they're just canceling their Patreon. Notch, the creator of Minecraft, canceled all of everyone he was supporting on Patreon. He just left the service, and just, I don't know, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people have followed. They're all just abandoning Patreon. They don't want to use the service anymore. So, yeah, the company is really stepped in it this time. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, you've got a company that makes, literally, you get a cut of everything. It's just pure money. All you have to do is just sit there and just take pure money. And you'll be rich. How do you screw that up? How do you repeatedly mess that up? It's gotta be the simplest, best business model I've ever heard of. Yeah. Somebody who wants to give somebody else money, we get a cut. Done. Holy crap, Patreon. What the hell? Ah, well, nobody subscribed to me to get any bonuses, because I don't have any! No, seriously, I have a full-time job, and I'm giving literally everything away on my YouTube channel already for free. I have nothing left to give patrons. The only thing that people get for subscribing to my Patreon is like a handful of videos that I had thrown out. Like, these videos aren't good enough. I'm not gonna post them. That's like the only thing patrons get. Like, yes, congratulations, you got my worst content. That's the special thing you ended up with. That's the only thing I had. And I actually haven't even thrown out a video in quite a while either. Actually. So they're not even getting that anymore. Just some old ones. Yeah. I don't really... I mean, if I was making anything resembling a living, it'd be one thing. This is definitely getting faster and faster. And faster. Look at how quickly the shadow's moving now. Anyway, if I was getting anything even close to a living, it would be one thing, but, you know, I got no reason to... I wonder if this was made in Unity. This feels like a Unity engine. I mean, it could be Construct, too. Well, anyway. Yeah. Somebody was suggesting that I use something related to YouTube built in for taking stuff, but I actually dislike Google's well, let me put it this way. Anytime somebody donates through YouTube, YouTube is taking 45% of it. I'm not even kidding. They take 45% of it straight off the top. It's kind of unbelievable to me how much they skim off it. It's like, wow. So, you know, I would prefer not to use them either. Okay, let me see. I'm almost able to kick Diana over. And we've not even reached the 10-minute mark yet. %, and accelerating. We'll achieve that 15% on my mark. Mark! Iplier. Yeah, it's 45%, I believe. Pretty sure. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was 45%. Ah, well. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to unlock it. And that means beating Sabile over here. You have to be able to beat Sabile. That's probably not how she's pronounced, but I don't know how her name's supposed to be pronounced. You got to get the mountain. Then you have to build every single monument up to the Togs. You don't need the black holes, but you need everything leading up to it. Everything short of the black hole. That opens the divinity generator. And I'll show you the divinity generator in, I don't know, give me 15 minutes and I'll have the thing working. Let's see, okay. So to beat Izanagi, I just need some Mystic Gardens and some statues. Okay. Yeah, just give me 15 minutes, I'll have it open, and I'll show you the ins and outs of the Divinity Generator. Alright, let's see how my Trimps are doing while we build these. Hold on, let me get the statues on first. Come on. Gotcha. Uh-oh. My pets. They need shadow clones to eat. Okay. Let's take a look at the Trimps. Somebody was asking me why I don't use the official Trimps website. I have no particular answer. I'm using Congregate for it because I've always used Congregate for it, and as far as I know, there's no version difference, so, you know, I see no reason to change. It functions. Whoops, you're not supposed to see that yet. Spoilers, oh no. The Spire video comes out tomorrow. Anyway, let's get another potato launcher in there. Alright, can we take down? Nope, nope, not yet. Let's see. Maybe I need more Mystic Gardens. See, all of a sudden, at this point, battle and creation stop mattering. If I wanted to be fussy, I could slide these over and slide these up, but I've just been leaving it at these numbers. I'm satisfied with them. Okay. I think I'm about ready to take down Izanagi. Then on my next run, I'll get to that Divinity Generator. 18%. I should have been watching this. I should have been watching the System Peaker and watch it devour all of the planets. Ah, missed opportunity. Oh well. Take that, Star. We're just gonna keep shooting ya. How you like that, huh? Never shoot too many potatoes. Oh, I'm sorry. One sec. Ack. See, this is a little bit more complicated than how I normally do things. Sorry about that. Yeah. I think I got the win on this. Ooh. I need to fix this. Again. Soon I will get enough challenge points. Well, upon returning in January, I will shortly get enough points that I'll hopefully be able to keep these at 100 without ever having to touch this again. Oh, that will be delightful. Donk, 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 donk. There. 100, 100, 100, 100. Eat those. Is he down yet? Okay, he's going down. Come on, I'm 3 times as big as him. Shouldn't be so hard. He must have been one of them scientific boxers. Them little scrawny people that can beat down those several times their weight chance by doing cowardly, unmanly things like dodging. Old-timey boxing's weird. They didn't believe in dodging. They're just like, no, it should just hit us. That's what boxing's about, being really tough. Sounds like a terrible sport to me, but bare knuckles back then, too. Yeesh. And yet... I just rebirthed again a second ago, by the way. We're 1 minute in, and we're already... Darn it. I was going to say already back to having beaten Izanagi, exactly where we left off, but obviously that's not quite the case. Well, here, we'll fix it. Okay. Now, we're back exactly where we were before. Just keep increasing their density as we go. Okay. Yeah, actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to, well, get your first thing to do if you're early in the game. The first thing to do is to get your clone count, the maximum number of shadow clones you have, to, I believe it is 100,000 originally, is the highest you can get it at first. Do that first. Get yourself 100,000 clones. Then focus on getting your skill caps down, and that'll be the biggest thing. I mean, you can see all my skills are one capped. Like, I use 28 shadow clones, and they'll do everything, but just 28. It's a really big deal, actually. I could go into more detail on it if you, oh my gosh. Again, I just did this. Keeping one eye on SPACEPLAN while I go. Okay. Bonk. Okay, now I've got an F this down. Oh, I needed light. Yeah, we need light. Oh, right. That's what it was. Right. I'm sorry. I was off by 1. Oh, I mean, that changes all the calculations and everything. Holy crap, really? Can I make a video on what specifically? On how to play Idling to Rule the Gods in the early game? Or what? I suppose I could try to make a few guides. I'll have to consider that as a potential project when I return in January. 25%! Nothing. Okay, maybe at 50% something will come up. I might make some guides in January. I might try it. We'll see. This week I'm going to be super busy, though. I've got a lot. I'm going to be gone for 2.5 weeks, and I've got videos already recorded and more to make, and I'm going to try to get everything set up so that, you know, my channel has something on it while I'm gone. Alright. What I need rocks and I need water. Keep it going. More. More and more. I'll think about it. Oh, yeah, I need to, I was actually really surprised that it came, like, I had sent it a rough draft, they had sent it back, I made some changes, I sent it to them the next draft, and, then they just, they published it, and I was like, oh crap, they left the spelling errors and things in. So I need to sit down and and go over it and correct it. I just haven't had the chance. I was embarrassed. It's like, oh no, all my spelling errors. Now people know that I can't spell. This is horrible. No, actually, I could recognize the spelling errors. They were typos. I was careless. Because, you know, yeah, I'm actually fairly embarrassed by it. I need to fix that. That's specifically, that is one of the things I want to sit down and correct while I'm on vacation. Like, I want to take some time to pull that out and correct it, because I know I'll never get around to it. Oh my gosh, am I still... I have like no hit points. I still can't take this down. You need hit points to do a fight. Denser. Heavier. More. I don't know, because I generally avoid all that kind of stuff. See, the thing about making a tutorial is that I'll actually need to look at other people's things. I'll have to finally look at the wiki and read about things and try to figure out what... I guess I don't need to figure out the necessarily the optimal strategy, but I have to figure out something that's at least in the ballpark of optimal for starting out, and that'll mean, you know... And, you know, I like to do everything by myself. Yeah. I'll go ahead... I'll go ahead and copy-paste this. I'm going to copy-paste this over. I'll just stick it here. There. I'll figure out what to do about that later. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what order the challenges would be best tackled in. I think I know what would be the smartest way to go about it, or one of the better ways, but it would probably make new players quit in despair. So, it's probably not the best suggestion. So, I'll have to figure something out. Well, currently we are here. We are at 31%. And we have lots of things. I swear, I don't know how this happens. I had even numbers on them, and now they're uneven again. Do potatoes randomly burn up? Do potatoes randomly multiply? Because, seriously, what the hell is going on? I even know. I even know. From the guy in the scenario you're doing a tutorial on? What guy in a scenario I'm doing a tutorial on? What? What you say? Okay. We strong enough? Got enough health? That little sliver? That's not gonna cut it. Try anyway! No, it's not gonna cut it. Well, tomorrow is Trimps, and I've basically got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to pack up and go to get everything ready for the site. I've got at least... How many videos do I have? 1 second, let me check. Let me check 2 things here. Okay. I have... 7 minus 2. I've got maybe 5 idle game videos, or the materials to make maybe 5 idle game videos, which I need to assemble. No, less than that. Probably 4 idle game videos that I need to assemble. And I've got... Give me a second. I've still got to do all the legwork and assembly and behind the scenes stuff on them. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 assorted first impressions and not exactly first impressions, but you could think of them as, you know, those kind of videos, one-shot videos, 7 one-shot videos to get together and set up, while still working my job all the way through, 5 days a week, full time, and everything else I need to do in my life. I'll still be streaming a few streams during this week as I'm able. The last stream before I go, the last day it's possible for me to do a stream on will be Thursday. I don't even 100% guarantee. It depends on if I get all my work done. I can stream on Thursday. Okay, we got you now. Alright, let's get this divinity generator up and running. And we can talk about it. Make me a mountain. Okay, now, build a statue. Let's get some light. I'll need light. So, I've got light, stone, water, plants, a little bit of trees, some fish. I'm going to need more trees. I'll need more water. Because those are the components to build all of this stuff. It depends on one's definition of next. I don't know. I've got both 6 and 7. I haven't decided which one. I'll probably do 7. Because I'm curious to see more about the Dark Savant after having played 8. But next is a relative term because I'll probably do other things also, you know? There you go. Next year. There you go. Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice the year. Yeah, okay. Alright. We're gonna need 100,000 trees for the divinity generator and a crap ton of water. Might as well get started on that now. Didn't I just copy this link? Nope, it's a different link. Okay, I'll just leave it there. I'll look into this stuff at some point. Still no ideas. Man, come on AI. What is this? No ideas? You have no idea what you're doing, do you, Mr. AI? We'll go to 15. Density of the taters is increasing. Speed is increasing. And as I buy more launchers, you know, that too. Thank you. Okay. What, wasn't paying attention and built like 89,000 more trees than I need. It's alright, they won't go to waste. I'll use them to build forests later anyway. Okay, so when I do get the Divinity Generator online, it's important to remember that my Divinity Generator is like super powerful because I've done 50 no Divinity challenges and gotten pretty high in the P-balls. But we'll discuss that when we get to... Ooh! We just hit the TOG. Okay. All I need is enough material to make the generator now. And I've got 4 minutes to build it in. Yep. I know what it's like to stub a toe. I know what it's like to have a toothache. I know what it's like to have kidney stones. Small ones ain't so bad, but once in a while you get a true nightmare. Things that teach you... You'll occasionally in your life have an experience that changes your entire pain scale. Like, forever afterwards, you're like, yeah, this hurts, but it's actually not so bad, because I remember this one thing. That happened to me. Literally changes your entire perception of pain. Frickin' life gets you like that. So this is actually going to be another short run. A long short run, if that makes any sense. The objective of this run normally is to stop at the TOG. And the idea is when I rebirth again, like as soon as the TOG is done, I knock down a couple of these, I rebirth, it's great. It's because it sets me up so that on the next run, will be the hour-and-a-half run, I'm able to get as far as weather. But since somebody requested the Divinity Generator and I want to talk about it, I'm going to extend this run longer than I normally would. And build the generator and show it off and talk about it. Show and tell. Divinity Generator Edition. That's probably enough. Water. I usually leave auto-buy missing creations off, except when I'm making the mountain. I'll turn it on and slide down to 1 and make 1 mountain. But on a whole, I leave it off until I've gotten the generator running. I find it easier to have auto-buy on for monuments and off for create. And then the moment the generator's up and running and producing, I can just... It's not as big a deal then. What the? Oof. Ah. really expecting something to kick in at 50%. Come on, game. You gotta have come up with something, right? Time is still moving forwards. Is it just me, or is it starting... No, I can't quite tell. Sooner or later, it's gonna run backwards or something. Or something. I kind of want an alien invasion. I kind of want an alien fleet to attack so we can shoot them with our potatoes. Our super dense potatoes. It's the last thing they'd be expecting. What? Kinetic weapons? But we use lasers and energy weapons. Is your planet got a giant thruster on it? It keeps dodging our attacks. What the hell? What is wrong with you people? The great thing about using kinetic weapons when everyone has switched to energy weapons is they don't tend to have armor on their ships, at least not the kind of armor that stops a potato, a high-density potato. They're usually, you know, using those deflector shields that make lasers bounce off. Okay. Boom. Seriously? Damn, man. Oh. What's stupid about a hoverboard? It's Back to the Future. It's good stuff. Actually, I have no idea what you'd use a hoverboard for. It seems like a good way to break your neck. But then again, most skateboarding things seem like a good way to break your neck. There we go. 15, 15. Nothing for having crossed 50%. This is a hungry son. I've been feeding it potatoes all day and it's still eating. Gluttonous stars. Ah, the detachable legs. Yes. So you went with the modular design. Well, I'll just take this foot on, put another one on in its place. Yeah, I don't understand those people that insist on having everything all interconnected. Why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense. What if you need to detach? What if you need to detach your arms to get through a narrow space? How are you going to do it? Modular, that's the way to go. Yeah, I hate when bad shit happens to my toenails. I used to wear heavier shoes, but, well, I mean, I still do outside. Good grief. But indoors, when I'm working, I've gone for, over the years, lighter and lighter shoes. So that, you know, ones that breathe a lot. Because, you know, it's unpleasant having a hot, sweaty feet all day. Much better to have something nice and, you know, cool. The problem is, my feet no longer have any sort of protection should I bump into something. Or something fall on them. Which, you know, in a job where you're very active and shit happens. You know, life. Maybe I'll knock down Freya this time. Maybe not. Nah, I'm not. But I will take down Eros. I am the guy what cleans the things. Basically, I'm a custodian. I do the vacuuming, cleaning out restrooms, taking out trash, mopping, stripping all the wax off the floor, replacing broken floor tiles, replacing broken ceiling tiles, carpets, which is an entire thing. Sometimes I've thought about just making videos, instructional videos on how to take care of carpeting, because nobody knows how to take care of their carpets. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I could rant about that for quite a while. Carpet care is like an entire profession's worth the stuff, but still, there's just a few things everyone should know about. Yeah, and quite a lot. Like, you'd be surprised at just how many different things I've done in my job. Oh, look, somebody managed to smash a fence with their car. Well, guess we have to disassemble it, remove the broken part, and replace it. And those chain link fences are actually really interesting when you get into them. They're actually made. It's like a bunch of little wire bars that are bent back and forth like this, that are just kind of intermeshed. That's all it is, with a bar at the bottom and the top for reinforcing, and occasionally like they'll put one like this crosswise. Street signs. Well, somebody vandalized the stop sign. They've got a kind of like a rivet thing, and you put what amounts to an awl right in the middle, and you hit it with a hammer, and then you can just pull it out, take the sign, put a new sign up, and you pop in 2 new rivets. I'm calling them rivets. I don't know what their technical term is. Or if it's really bad, you have to take this drill, a hammer drill, and drill into the concrete and set new... Yeah, you basically have to put new bolts in at the bottom, more or less. Yeah. And, yeah, a lot. I've done a lot of things in my profession, actually. We're kind of... like, we're not just the cleaners, we're kind of like everything that's not... Like we do some plumbing, but we're not the plumbers. We only do what's referred to as minor plumbing. We don't mess with electric stuff, though, at all, in any way, shape, or form. But, yeah. Oh, and of course, lots and lots of snow removal. Which includes going up on the roof on cold days. If it's 40 below or colder, we have to be up on the roof and we have to break the ice off the vents so that the building can breathe. Which means shoveling paths through the snow on the roof when it snows, which is it's a lot. It's actually an enormous task. And yeah, taking care of that. It happened. We think it was because it was actually several buildings that had damage at the same time. We assume it's the same car, and we assume that it was teenagers that stole a car, smashing crap with it. That's what we think. Whether or not that's what happened, Okay. Now, let us hit the divinity generator. It's been active for a little bit now. I've been ignoring it. All right. So, right now, the divinity generator's at 0, 0. So, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to set myself to making mountains. Turn on auto buy missing creations. Okay, I have 2 mountains. I go over here. I'm just going to deposit. Hold on. I'm going to throw everything I have into the divinity generator. Everything. Okay, I've got 500 mountains. Because we're set to making mountains 250 at a time. I put the mountains in. I pour those mountains in. I pour more mountains in. I switch over to forests. Forests are more expensive to make. So the divinity generator's got so much crap in it right now that it'll keep running for 35 seconds. Now, I'm late game at this point. I've done completed challenges and things to make my divinity generator way more powerful than yours will be. But I would then go to villages and towns potentially. If this were a normal run, I would put clones down here and they would build this up. Every time you increase divinity gain, it increases how much divinity is made per second out of your generator. So right now I'm getting 2 for 1. It would then become 3 and 4 and so on. This is how fast it's running. How fast it burns up what you've put in the tank. Add 2 will create rocks and put them in the divinity generator. It'll just spend all your divinity buying rocks and putting them in the generator. Although, for some reason, it costs twice as much to push this button as to reach over here and just buy them yourself. For whatever reason. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. So, that's that. You can add extra stuff with the fill 2. You have this stone storage thing. You're able to load a ton of rocks into here, more than what fits in the generator. And you're able to put worker clones here. And the worker clones that you put here will take the rocks out of your stone storage and put them into the generator. I can't do that right now because I only have 1,000 clones because I'm in a 1K challenge. Like I don't have the resources to upgrade it. I just don't have the clones to do, you know, to show you all of that. But that's how it all works. And the drain button just pulls the rocks out of stone storage. Anyway, that's the ins and outs of the divinity generator. Alright. But what I should be doing is knocking over arrows, since I might as well, since I took the extra time to be here, and rebirthing. It's mildly tempting to stick around for Freya, but it's a mistake. Why am I losing and gaining 400 watts? What are you talking about? I'm not losing, gaining 400 watts, am I? Oh! Oh, that! I'm passing through the shadow of the planet, and my solar panels are not working as well. It decreases the effectiveness of the solar panels each time I pass through the shadow. Anyway, okay, so this is a very complicated question. This is actually a very complicated question here. I'm a big proponent of waiting for the Might tab to unlock. Every time the Might tab unlocks, it gets stronger, of course, based on your how many. Because crap, I actually don't have Might unlocked because I've done 50 double rebirth challenges. All these are 50s, so every time I unlock it, it makes the percentage stronger, which is, you know, good. And I'm a big proponent of that. But it really depends on the challenge and your stats. As you can see right now, I'm doing 3 short runs. This one would have actually been shorter if I wasn't showing the Divinity Generator. But I basically spend the first hour of a 1K challenge doing 3 short runs. The reason for that is because I want weather. See, in a 1K challenge, the only thing that really matters is your multipliers. Until it's your final run, until you're ready to take down the Overlord, the only thing that matters is how big you can make these numbers here. So you rebirth, you take a bigger bite, you rebirth, you take a bigger bite. This is the first hour and a half run right here, because I'm now strong enough that I can get weather. I can knock down Susano O, and weather, building Togs and putting upgrades on them with weather is the best way to increase these multipliers. So I do 3 short runs just as a run-up, and then I go straight for the weather, straight to get the highest multipliers I can. And then usually I do another short run, because I'm just short of being in range of Tyrant Overlord Ball. Like, I'm just shy of it after this run, so I'll do a short run where I just build Togs and upgrades really quickly, and it takes actually like a half hour to an hour, so it's not really quickly, but to just get the multipliers just a little bit higher, and once the moment I feel I'm in range, I go for the final run. And that's more or less optimum. It's the best I've been able to do at where I'm at with a 1K challenge. But as I said, this is a complicated question because it depends on your stats and the challenge you're on. Like, if my build speed was slower, the answer might look completely different. If even when I didn't have GP, like if my GP was much lower, the runs, the whole shape of this was different. It's one of the things I appreciate is that in optimizing this game, you really have to know the mechanics, and you have to constantly be changing your approach to things. Okay. We have crossed 75%. Space plan should be, because it keeps speeding up. I'm not going to spend any more. I'm going to save the watts. I don't know what comes next. I'm going to save. Yeah. Yep. You can, if that's as far as you can reach. Okay. Bye. Okay, so basically, here's how it works. Oops, don't want that. Okay, here's how it works. These two here give you the most attack power. These are the important ones. If you want to beat up, if you want to beat up as many of these guys as you can and dig as deeply as you possibly can, Mighty Statues, Mystic Gardens, and their upgrades give you the most raw power. But they're terrible for stat multipliers. For stat multipliers, nations will completely obsolete everything above them. Continents will completely obsolete everything above them. Togs with weather will completely obsolete everything above it. There's no reason to even build any nations or anything in terms of multipliers. And then, of course, black holes obsoletes everything. If you can make a black hole and its upgrade, do that. But you'll still build mighty statues and gardens just for raw potency, because although Togs give you great multipliers, they're not very good at stat points for beating up, you know, just for fighting and getting raw power. Now, I could talk a little bit about battle and creating. You saw me yesterday using all the way up to through the lighthouse, the tomb and the lighthouse and everything. And that was because when I was gathering GP in between runs, I was doing 5-minute runs. And in that circumstance, creating and battle actually really shine, especially battle. But I've got a creation count high enough that even creating is a big deal. And so you want to build those stats up too. But if you're going for an hour and a half, physical and mystic, in my experience, are always the only stats that matter. And these two stats literally become irrelevant after an hour and a half. Well, long before an hour and a half, actually. In a few minutes, I'm gonna set them on a campaign, an hour-long camp. I do. I have the GP because I have nothing to spend it on at the moment. Or, to be more specific, I know exactly what I want to do with this GP. I want to buy clones. But I'm doing 1K clone challenges, so why buy clones if I won't be able to use them? So, yeah. The moment that I finish the 1K clone challenges, I'll have to consider what I'm going to do with it. GP in the bank is worth an enormous amount of power, though. Just having it sitting here with these sliders. This is a major contributing factor to my strength. So, there's no rush. There's no rush to disposing of it. Well, I'm sorry, SPACEPLAN. Man, that sun is getting awfully big. We should probably speed the planet up and get a little further away, guys. You're too close. You're much too close. Also, shouldn't it be turning red? No, wait. We're increasing its mass through potatoes. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, we're at almost 85%. I wasn't expecting SPACEPLAN to make me wait this long. Holy crap. I bought the accelerator an hour ago. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I have been streaming for 1 hour, 19 minutes, 25 seconds. Alright, we need rocks and light. Cheap stuff? What cheap stuff? I don't have cheap stuff. I guess I can do this. Is it faster now? Is it a little bit faster, right? Anyway, we're close enough. It's almost done. I probably should save my money because I don't know what I'll need it for. I don't know what's going to happen. Surely it's going to say something when we hit 90%, right? I wouldn't count on it at this point. Anyway, let's make some more light. Crank? Don't know that one. Rolling along. Just, you know, kind of going. I figure after the stream I'll end it and try the Drow Titans. It's just gonna kind of sit here and do its thing. Slowly gathering. There's really nothing for me to show on it, honestly. Meanwhile, on Trimpland, I mean, I could just finish this daily, but I wanted to push through one more poison. Fluffy needs his XPs. And I don't have another daily to trigger. Actually, I do have another daily to trigger by now. I could have done some short runs. I decided to let this one just be a long run in a daily. Just cause I felt like it. $91%. But, well, I mean, I suppose it's gonna come out tomorrow anyway. Alright, we'll talk about my spire. Alright, so, let me keep one on. 92%. Alright. So, this is my mess. I mean, my glorious spire. Yes, I'm sure that this is definitely the optimal way to run this. Actually, I'm planning on ripping the entire thing up as soon as I get Poison Trap 3, which will probably happen at the end of this stream. I'll be disassembling this whole mess. It started out okay, and then I got things that changed things, and I kept changing it, and it's become an absolute mess. The moment I get Poison Trap 3, though, I'm gonna rip this all down. I'm gonna pause it, rip it all down, and I'm going to try to start out with a freezing, freeze them, and then put them through a gigantic poison gauntlet. So it's gonna be Frost Trap, Lightning Trap, Knowledge Trap, poison, so on. Then eventually it'll hit the double condenser, and then it'll move into, you know, strength and fire. That's where it's going. Yeah, this is not a calculated optimal build. It's a build. As in, I threw things in here and called it a build. Yeah. Like I said, I'll figure it out. I think that freezing them and then putting them through a poison field will be the best opener. And then lightning on condenser towers seems like the thing to do. What I really want to do is I want to set up the strength towers so that the lightning tower is at the end of a row. Then it's all fire strength. Then the next row will just, you know, have a lightning tower at the end, and then just immediately a strength, and then all fire again. That's what I want to do. I'm close to getting a 12th floor, but I don't have any spire stones. So, we'll have to see how that does. And let's talk about this. We are at 96%. We are closing in. I think so. I think there'll be a realm grinder video. I don't know. I'd have to check. No, I have not. But I don't use tools. I figure it out for myself. I like open up things like a Word document or a piece of paper and a pen. Okay. Well, you're just in time. We're about to hit 99%. My gosh. We should be able to see the sun from here. Look at this. We're riding around on the edge. That can't be a smart idea. Can't be. And we're making it bigger all the time. Here it comes. Finally. Literally a black hole. Sun's collapsing into a gaping black hole. She's all puckered up. Approach it when you're ready, using the idea listener. And I have enough stuff on hand. Time will become infinite. Or you'll full-on die. This is just silly. Approaching event horizon. As we get closer and faster, time will move faster around us. See you after the big crunch. Okay. Here we go. Time is speeding up. Better take advantage of it. This is a very bad idea. Personally, I think black holes are scary. Some aliens are probably going to be really pissed at us for making this black hole here. Look at telling your mate Gus down at the pub that this is... Doggone it. Anyways, the Big Bang. The arrow of time reverses. Present day. Well, sort of the past. But also kind of the future? Whatever. Why don't you choose, like, the 1800s and then show up and conquer the world? With your weird sci-fi potato. Where's my stuff? Why is it still red? Where's all my stuff? My power? Right. Hero time. Return to Earth for your first time in infinity years. I should have brought my stuff with me. That's what I mean by where's my stuff? I should have brought it all with me. Leaving it behind. I'm going to throw my pets onto some campaigns real fast. Growth campaign, level campaign, food campaign. I don't care. Whoa. Graphics. You've made a mistake. You've made an error. Okay, you probably have a lot of questions, and don't worry, I have the answer. Yes, I did eject the pod door to let you out. Yes, I did create a new pod door to seal the pod again. It's all the magic of the Thing Maker, my friend. Now that I've answered your concerns, let's get off this freaky planet thing fast. We don't know what those spud sapiens want to do to us. This is what we get for using potatoes for everything. Okay, excellent. We don't need to worry about things getting us up here. The hopper ship launches through detonating a nuclear charge beneath it. So everything within a 3-kilometer radius is very, very much overcooked. Wow, that's horrible. We just murdered a ton of stuff. So, with that out of the way, check the photo out. I just posted it to my feed when I realized... A sweet idea, listener. That's sweet. The additional listener liked it. That's cute. Anyway, see the symbols on the flag that the Spud Sapien popped up? There's a signal coming from Re-Earth. I think this may be our lead. I still have faith that we can get back to the version of Earth that we came from. We'll need to scan the planet, and that'll require a bit of power to do so. But good news! The Thing Maker libraries are fully restored, so we can make literally anything. I kind of want to stick with potatoes, though, as we should probably stay on brand, so... What? No! No! Oh, you asshole. Why would you do this to me? I want advanced robotics. There we go. So these new potato things in our Thing Makers should work more efficiently. They'll get us more power, faster. Not as fast as a fusion reactor, but we've got to stick with our principles. Now save enough power to use it on a planet scan. I've added that to the idea listener. We're gonna make this now. 1 watt a second. Well. I do not speak French, I'm afeared. Also, Boku no Nihongo wa heta desu. Unfortunately. But I do speak some programming languages. A little bit. Oh, what is this? Super solar panel. What is this? Target hitters. A proper potato. Only the best of potatoes from now on. Where You sure it's a good idea? I mean, the people on the planet are potatoes, and I don't know, guys. Maybe we shouldn't use the potatoes anymore. I mean, they might come and they might be horrified that we've enslaved their people and used them for batteries or something. Ship status confused. Lovely stuff. We'll need to hit the ground beneath these light columns pretty hard. Yes, I'm an expert on this all of a sudden. So I've got us some potato wedges in the thing maker, and we can slice through the atmosphere, maintaining speed and wedge right into the target. Hit him and find out where this takes us. Why? Are we going to bombard the planet from orbit until we've extinguished all life? I mean, maybe I shouldn't be a fan of the potato people, but they haven't done anything to us yet. We're basically the alien aggressors in this scenario, you know? I see I kept at least the bonus, the spark bonus that I researched from last time. Nope, I has not played that game. You'll have to catch it on the archive video. Alright, let's fire a wedge. We're terrible, terrible people. Take that! Oh, you want me to hit these? Oh, okay. I was like, oh, it produces power as like the things. No, it's not. It's actually want me to hit targets. Okay. Nice shot. That interesting. That's not normal planet-like behavior. So, as far as the potato people are concerned, this is hunks of potato. This is like if we were walking along and hunks of meat just flew from the sky and hit you in the head. The aliens are attacking us with hunks of people. They're shooting them from space at us. It's horrifying. Carpet bomb them. Ooh, the first one actually missed. Whoa. Target hit. Looks like there's a few more. Hopefully this doesn't get too tedious. Nah, we got this. Okay, that was a miss. Sayonara. Ore wa mou shinderu. Alright. Alright, I can hit these. I got this. Direct hit. Big old target like that should be hard to miss. Ooh, that might have been too late. I was fooling around with other stuff. Oh well. Whatever. It still produces power. Crap. I'm looking away, reading chat, look back, click too late. You have to reply with, NANI? Oh, you could also respond with, doggone it. Like, Jotaro. Alright, stop paying attention to other things. Focus on the shot. I can hit these. Perfect shot. Nailed it. Oh my god! I like Joseph. He's my favorite. What? 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 Yeah, I've concluded my analysis. That is definitely not normal behavior. We have a weird mechanical artifact planet thing with the Spud sapiens clearly wanting us to know about it. I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. Ah, here we go. Picked up a signal from Mars? Of course, so the only thing I'm certain of right now is that Mars is much more interesting in this version of reality than it is in our own. Well, luckily I kept our engine library on file. Let's get us a skipper engine. It'll let us skip to other planets easily. I've added it to the idea listener. We'll still be able to gain power from our probes. Don't worry about that. Oh, also, I'm having trouble with this other message from one of the Spud chaps. Perhaps you could work it out. You have to do this to 4 planets, okay? No idea. This species are totally hopeless. I'm glad they're probably extinct. Okay. Alright. Ah, what a beautiful Dewang. Now you're getting into the memes. Let's not just be too hasty about skipping to Mars, shall we? Spudlights. Maybe. Maybe a spudlight. Potato chips. Yes. Yeah, I just finished part 4 recently as well. Man, I don't know what it is, but that hand. It's like it's creepy, but it's for some reason what was really disturbing was, of all things, when he's like, oh, you spilled something, and puts the napkin and cleans it, and I don't know why. That was the most disturbing thing. It's just creepy for reasons I can't even explain. Alright, I guess. I mean, I feel like I want to get the most I can out of whatever the hell this is, but I'm just gonna skip to Mars. Oh, hey, is that... Well, where's Phobos? Or is that Phobos? Where's Deimos? Deimos is missing! We were also missing Earth's moon, actually, come to think of it. Looks like Deimos is missing. I'm really starting to miss Moon. Glad Phobos is still hanging around, though. Well, at least we still have Fear. But we're missing Panic. I haven't gotten to it yet, okay? Look, like, I've got Let me see. What's my to-watch list for anime look like right now? I want to see, actually, I want to see the Pokemon series that has been coming out. The sort of reboot thing. I'm actually interested in that, but that's not quite at the top. I want to see Hunter x Hunter. I want to watch... I haven't seen One Piece in, like, ages. I've missed, like, entire arcs of it now. Jeez. I know that there were several others, but they're not coming to me at the moment. But there were several anime. I just got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, okay? I just did that one. Anyway, I'm not going to have any time for anime in my life in the next 3 to 4 weeks. At all. Maybe a little. Maybe. Yeah, I'm actually a Clamp fan. The first time I discovered Clamp was with Magic Knight Rayearth and Cardcaptor Sakura, and I've kind of been a long-time Clamp fan. Alright, let's see. What should we do with this? Well, you're worth 10 watts a second. You're worth 32 times that much, but way over 32 times the price. Now, admittedly... Okay. Okay, now it should be Spudlights. Stardust Crusaders is still the best season, though. Like, the killer, he was terrifying. But Stardust Crusaders was just the best season. It was just the best. The best everything. Oh my gosh. It was something else. They really should have introduced the arrow during that season, though. Since they knew they were gonna do that next anyway. Okay, let me see. I need not you. Okay. Great. Get me some mountains. Purple Mountain Majesty. We'll get some forests. We'll switch to villages. And we'll spend a GP to buy Divinity. Okay. A few towns ought to do it. Too many. I made too many. Oh well. And then I reach over here and I say I'm gonna need this. The important thing is that we get to Susano O, which should be fairly easy to do. Once we've got that, we build Tog upgrades. Already 40 minutes into this run. Could have been more efficient. But we were playing SPACEPLAN. Bleach. Oh boy. Let's see, should I? Or should I? Let me see, 10, 11. I'm gonna buy a couple more of these. Then we should get the Kinetogen Spark Lover. I has not heard those. Let's see, 3 more. Can I use that moon for something? Can I use it for power? Can I wrap it in tin foil and solar panels? And did I just see blue lines? Yeah. My spotlights are shooting lasers at Mars. How peculiar. Hmm. I have not. Actually, I need to download the JoJo openings and add them to my collection of anime openings. They're really good. As some people know, I'm a big fan of anime openings, as well as some of the old 90s cartoon openings, like Batman, the animated series, and the X-Men, obviously, and the US Pokemon one is really interesting, especially if you compare it to the Japanese, because the Japanese one is good too, but they have completely different tones and themes to them. But yeah, those are the kind of things that inspire me, and AMVs when I'm doing my own editing. Oh yeah, I've seen all of I've seen all of Hiroaka that's out, all of it, and One Punch Man, and Mob Psycho 100. I've been getting very little anime in my life for the last couple of years since I started YouTubing heavily. I used to watch tons of anime. I was the president of the anime club at my high school. I did tons of anime back then, but there's like not a show anyone could talk about that I didn't know about at the time. But yeah, since I started doing YouTube heavily, anime was one of the things I largely gave up. I've been getting very little of it. So that's pretty much a list of all the stuff I've been watching. I'll just slip this into my collection over here with the other links. I wish YouTube would just let you post a proper link here. Like, I think I can, actually. Can I? I can just drop links in, but I can't tell YouTube that other people are allowed to. What the hell? Freaking YouTube. Huh. It didn't? Oh, really? Oh, really? Is that so? Well. Let me try another one. Hold on. So let me know if you can see this link and it works. I should know this piece of information. Holy crap, that link worked. Shit. It also screwed everything up because I wasn't expecting it to actually work. Oh dear. Well, now we've got a mess. There it goes. Do I need more spotlights, or should I just wait to scan Mars? I should just wait. An anime called Ragnarok? How'd I miss that one the first time? Okay. Well, there we go. Somebody asked about Ragnarok. You know how many different things are called Ragnarok? When I was in high school, there was a manga called Ragnarok that was Korean that I was reading. Then I got into Ragnarok Online, which is absolutely no relation whatsoever that I'm aware of, despite also being a Korean game. Then there was a Ragnarok anime, I can't even remember the name, where Loki was the good guy, and he was turned into a kid. He was sort of turned into a magical girl kind of thing, except he's a detective, and the Midgard Serpent was his butler. I kind of enjoyed that one, actually. There was so many different things that happened to call themselves Ragnarok. Alright. Ah, you're gonna be rotating like that, are you? I'm gonna poke your eyes out. Okay. The perspective on this one's a little weird because it's just weird. I don't know. I think I'll go with the carpet bombing plan again. I can afford it. Oh shit, I completely missed. No, I didn't. One hit. Looks like we need to hit the other side too. No kidding. These things produce power anyway. Good power, so I don't mind throwing a few extras out. Well, it's got handles. I remember when the Star Ocean anime came out, and here I was, Star Ocean, the second story, had been my favorite game for, like, ever. I was a super big fan of it, and I was so happy to see the animation came out, and I got, before it even come out, I got, like, a calendar, and I was like, this is wrong. These characters, this is not who they are. Just from the artwork, Rena Lanford is being drawn like she's really young. And Ashed Anchors, what have they done to the scary dragons on your back? What in the world is going on here? That's a miss. I shouldn't have pushed that. Stand. Potato King. No! My stand has to be more personal to me. I suppose Bearded Potato is possible, but of course stands usually have names based off of bands. American bands. Stand. The Beatles! No. Funk. Even when it makes no freaking sense. Red Hot Chili Peppers is an electric chicken? Why? Okay. It's a flower. What are you doing with that moon? Oh, hey, sweet. Phobos got really big and shiny. That's cool, I guess. If you say so. This game's weird, guys. This game's really freaking weird. I think that these planet things may be pieces of something bigger. I'm building a pretty solid theory as to what's going on. Also, we're getting a ping from Neptune. Let's skip over to it. Are you sure it's a good idea? What if we're building a giant galaxy buster that's gonna blow our galaxy up? I mean, there's definitely something weird going on here. I don't know. Oh, we're up to 3x now. Let's throw out another spudlite. Yeah, I actually liked... I mean, it was a weird theme that wasn't exactly a theme. Like, half the time the tarot cards didn't make any... There didn't seem to be any connection between the stand power and the tarot card. Half the time. But, it was interesting. It was different. It was unique. Really wish I could automate that. Be really nice. Oh, well, let's see what we got going on here. We are not quite up to Susano O's level yet. We're probably going to end up waiting till the Might tab unlocks before we can get at weather. But that's okay. I'll end up spending another GP. I've actually gotten pretty free with spending GP. When you've got 10,000 in the bank, you don't really blink at spending one here or one there anymore. In fact, if anything, I'm still a little bit too miserly. Get a better package deal on 5. Hermito Purple! Magician Redo! A Hermit Purple and his freaking Haman powers were seriously underutilized. Especially in the 4th season. He could have solved so many problems with Hermit Purple if he'd just visited the chef. I was so sure the reason they... Like, oh my gosh. They made such a big deal out of him coming and meeting his son. Like, okay, it's this big father-son thing. Like, it's... I thought for sure he was going to visit the food place. I thought for sure we're trying to find somebody we can't find, and we literally have a stand power that's good at finding things in the season. I thought that was surely the reason he was... I thought Joseph was going to be a lot more important in Season 4. I mean, Season 4 was amazing, and it was so freaking cool, especially the last battle with the broken glass and the whole sniper fight and the cell phone thing, and it was brilliant. But doggone it, I wanted Joseph to be a main character. Why is he old? Lisa wasn't old. He has Hammond. Maybe he's only pretending to be old. He's a trickster, you know. You never can trust him. Yeah, actually, the author had said that he didn't want Joseph to still be in, but he's like the fan favorite character. Oh. Well, the road roller cannot kill somebody, but the ambulance can defeat lead villains. So that answers your question right there. We all know that Mirai's stand is the ambulance. Yeah. Josuke's definitely, we know that it's him, that he saved himself. We're sure of it. We're sure that there's a time travel thing. It really should have happened, but it didn't. But it should have. Man, talking about frickin' JoJo fanfiction, I had the greatest fanfiction idea. If I had artists who could draw on that level, I know exactly what deranged JoJo fanfiction I'd make. I would have to title it JoJo's Bizarrest Adventure, though. Oh my gosh. It would be a mess. One second. I'll get Snyder and we'll talk about this for a minute. Oh dear. People who aren't JoJo fans are gonna see this like, I just wanted a SPACEPLAN video. Why are you talking about this weird-ass anime? Okay. BRB. Okay, I brought Schneider.
We're gonna talk into the JoJo.
We're gonna talk about our demented JoJo's fanfic that we're not writing because, you know,
it's more fun to come up with it.
Yeah, here's the ideas. Like seriously, like I'd have to. It would have to be a doujinshi. I'd have to find an artist capable of creating something vaguely in the same art style. Like, it couldn't just be a text thing. It'd actually have to be a manga.
Well, the first thing we call it JoJo's Bizarrest Adventure.
I already mentioned that. Okay.
We start off with Joseph.
Yes. Oh, well, no.
Yes,
we start off with whatever the modern JoJo is.
Oh, right.
The latest, furthest on, whatever maybe not even the modern JoJo. Maybe we go with the current JoJo's grandson. Maybe we set it in the future of all the comics. Okay? He fights a stand user, and the stand user decides to get rid of him. Like, his stand power is basically to screw over time. He takes somebody in your family tree and drags them through time, or, you know, messes with somebody temporally. So he hits them with the thing. It reaches back through the family tree, grabs Joseph, and sucks him forward in time, which screws the entire timeline of everything up.
Yeah.
So this is our weird premise. Now,
it also grabs Arena, Joseph's wife.
Oh, Susie Q?
Oh, sorry, Susie Q.
Susie Q, yeah. Susie Q gets dragged along too because, you know, why not? Okay, the two of them are hugging or something when it happens. Okay, now here's the things. One, he didn't defeat the Pillarmen because he wasn't there. How exactly this results in the Pillarmen not waking up, I don't know. But the Pillarmen didn't wake up at that time either. Look, JoJo's full of plot holes. We're used to this sort of thing.
We're needling JoJo through a plot hole of our own, you know? To make it beautiful, you know?
Okay. So the Pillarmen, when they wake up, it's at the same time. The story takes place in the 4th season with Morai. Yeah, part 4, with the killer, the serial killer. is there. None of the Josuke's have been around. Dio has been dragged out of the sea. He's gotten out there and he's conquered a chunk of the world by the time this starts. Like he's got Egypt, he's a rising power, he's got his forces, he's got his stand and everything. And the Pillar Men have woken up and they're out and doing their thing.
The story would be taking place in a small, quiet town called Moria.
yeah, wouldn't it? And this is when Josuke drops into the world again. Joseph.
No,
Joseph falls into the world in this scenario. Now, Dio's active with Jonathan's body, and that's what awakens the stands canonically in the Joestar line. So Joseph is going to have Hermit Purple. He's going to have this weird new power on top of he would have already gone. He's doing his thing. I can't remember.
Well, this is where weird stuff happens because he has Susie Q with him, and then there's this strange blonde guy who likes her hands.
Yeah,
he just really likes her hands.
Mm-hmm.
There's
our strange blonde friend who likes her hands, who also has a stand power, because Ghost Dad still has an arrow somehow. We don't know where that one came from, but Ghost Dad.
Well, he got it from Anyaba, so.
No. The other arrow and bow came from her.
Oh, no, there's two of them.
Yes, but they didn't both come from the old lady.
Well, it's implied that they did.
No. One of them came from the old lady, but the one that the Ghost Dad had didn't come from the old lady.
It's assumed that they, like I said, I was reading up on it, it's assumed that they both did each other.
Whatever, okay? He's got a stand because he needs his damn stand. You can't have the story without him having his stand.
But
so.
He's upset, so it's the serial killer guy.
Yeah, okay.
But he's upset because there's vampires, there's Pillar Men in his quiet town when all he wants is a peaceful, quiet life.
Well, Dio's expanding his power base, and Dio knows that there's a Joestar out there, and with Joseph. So Dio wants to send assassins and deal with this thing. The Pillar Men are doing their thing. The problem is the world's basically our poor serial killer is not happy because he wants a nice, quiet, peaceful life
with hands.
And all of this stuff that's happening is going to make it completely impossible. His whole world is being ruined. So he's actually hanging out with Joseph. Doesn't even know that this guy is helping him out, but he's receiving help from this guy.
And then we go to the Pillar Men, who are fighting Dio, and
the Pillar Men and Dio are at war,
and they have stand powers.
The Pillar Men get stand powers from the arrow, because of course they do, and we can give them. I know what power Wamu gets. Wamu gets a stand that lets him pull whatever your nemesis is through time and space. He'll pull the right thing to defeat you into his world.
So when he's looking at Dio, he pulls out Jotaro.
Yeah. To specifically fight Dio, his stand reaches through time and space, and he ends up with Jotaro. Yada. So Jotaro is on the Pillarman's team. He doesn't know who they are, but he knows who Dio is. Somehow they end up pulling out the Pillar Men also end up pulling out Josuke, and Josuke knows who the serial killer is because he's been dragged through time and space and dimensions and whatever, and
he's working for Dio because
he decides to Dio because Dio's fighting Joseph, who's hanging out with the serial killer, and that guy needs to die.
Well, the funny thing is that Josuke doesn't even know he's working for Dio because it's the Nomura brothers who are working for Dio. He's just working with the Nomura brothers, which
friend.
is who he works with in the anime.
Yeah, his friend, the Nomura guy with the scrape hand thing, who's his father was working for Dio before he got the tumor thing and turned into a weird lumpy kappa thing. So he's working with them. They're working for Dio.
It's a villain pile up with the JoJo pile up. That's what makes it fun.
JoJos are all on different teams. They're fighting each other.
And the three villains are all fighting each other.
Fighting. Yeah.
It's just a three-way.
The poor serial killer is kind of the underdog in all this, but he's scary and dangerous anyway, and none of the heroes like.
Well, they're asking where Caesar is. Caesar's back in time. He just got left. Poor guy.
We don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Joseph. Well, because he gets the future, and then he finds out that Caesar married Lisa. He's like, "You're my dad now? What happened? What?"
I don't know. I can't account for every. It would be so much fun to write. It would be so wrong and so delightful to create this absolute mess, and I would have a blast writing it. Oh man, it would be brilliant.
Yeah, you'll just have to forever wonder what Caesar's stand would have been, and you'll forever wonder, well, what
Bubbles.
It would be bubble related.
Okay, I think there was a missed opportunity. I still think that Dio's stand should have been ice related, because he had these ice powers out of nowhere in season 1, and I feel that like Joseph, his power was Hermit Purple. He was always pointing at people and predicting what they were going to say next. He always was an oracle, even though he didn't know why. The stand was part of him even before he got it. Like it's perfect. So why wasn't Dio have some? It could have just been an ice theme. The world could have just looked like it was an ice monster.
Time freeze.
Artistically, and then time freeze, and you'd been like, okay. Dio has ice powers that freeze time. He always did have ice. It would have always been on theme. Look at how clever the author was. He knew what he was doing.
The other curious power I always wonder is if Speedwagon had a stand, what would it be? Money! Money!
Money. Yes, oil.
Oil.
Oil money.
His stand is oil.
Yes, people thought I discovered oil and mined it and pumped it. No, I just had a stand. It just made oil.
Write something in chat when JoJo's over. I had to mute the stream because they haven't seen JoJo.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the people who haven't seen JoJo. I'm sorry. Look, I'll play some more. Can I take out? No, I'm not even close. This is totally all about idle games, really. Look.
I'm trying to read the chat. You've got it blocked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Yeah, it's...
I never thought of that. You really did have it. If you watch the intro, they actually put Hermit Purple in the intro for Battle Tendency for a handful of frames. It's just a blink and you miss it.
Oh, man, Hermit Purple is everything. You're Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man.
On top of that, you can slap dust and make a map to anything that you want to find. On top of that, you can see inside people's bodies somehow. On top of that, like the list of things it can do, it was underutilized.
Yeah, no, Hermit Purple's up there with the best powers, though the fixed power has to be
oh my
top 10
gosh.
best.
I thought nothing could top Time Stop. The longer season 4 ran on, the more I was like, holy shit. Well, Josuke can do that? Josuke can do that too? Oh my gosh! It's even a sniper weapon! What the hell?
I can't think of his friend name. He's got a scrape. It's like Okisa.
Scrape Man.
Scrape Man. He technically also has a healing power if he scrapes properly. If you get your arm severed and he scrapes the space between it, can he reattach your arm?
No. Don't even go there, man.
Because he did to the door. The door actually kept together. You couldn't even see a ridge where it fused. So it was perfectly healed where he cut. So theoretically, you had 2 doctors running around. And all the crazy stuff he could have done welding people to objects and things if he'd used his power properly.
Here's an interesting thought. Hermit Purple could have had the potential to see through stop time. I don't know if it could do that,
No,
actually.
it couldn't.
Well, he's saying it's a potential thing that it could have done.
Well, I don't even think so because...
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it could have told him that there was time stop, but he couldn't go through time stop because it's frozen. It's like no time's passing.
Theo's fight was still amazing. The figuring out his power, the fighting, just the epic, and how paranoid Dio was. He was afraid of the Joestars.
Am I the only one who thought?
Everyone else, he's just like, just kill a cat, put it in people's food for no reason, you know, just all this weird shit. Like, he doesn't care.
Oh, good, a cop showed up.
Yeah, oh, good.
Aim for me.
Cops.
Bang.
But a Joestar is freaking paranoid of the Joestars, and for good reason.
Do I hear his heart beating? Do I hear his heart beat? Nope. Okay. I'm going to cut him from 5 feet away.
Okay. I'm
with this roadside.
At 5 feet. I'm going to come within 5 feet and cut off his head to be absolutely sure he's dead. Make sure, even though his heart's not beating, and I've shot him and he didn't react, and he's not breathing. But we're going to cut off his head just to be. Oh crap! It was a trick.
Like, it's just like ultimate troll moment. He just gets trolled. Like he grabs the back of the car. He's barely getting away. He's got to crawl to the sewer. Joseph, he's in there. Jotar's in the sewer. And it's like, you gotta be kidding me.
There's no escaping from him. Freaking epic.
Well, I said, like, I think a lot. It's interesting because the JoJo series is always a mystery first. Every season's a mystery. What is this mask? Season 1. Who are these Pillarmen? Season 2. What is Dio doing in Egypt? Like, what is the world?
He wasn't doing anything in Egypt. That's the answer.
I know. He's making minions, but like he has all these assassins, and they have to get all the way there, and they have to figure out what the world is, and it's a 4-episode battle mystery where they're unpacking what Dio's doing for over 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And almost every stand battle is a mystery at first, figuring out what the enemy stand is if they don't explicitly tell you what the stand is.
The stand fights are brilliant. By the way, chat, what should I do? Should I go for the big awesome thing over here, or should I just skip to Neptune? What do you guys think I should pick? This one or this one?
And part 4 is just who's all these serial killers. Who is this murderer? Where is he hiding? How can we find him? Like, every single season is a mystery. But more than that, it also has every arc is 2 parts where it has a tone shift.
Mm-hmm.
The first 3 episodes.
Okay. More watts per second. Chat has spoken. Go on.
Colonel Hawkins, the JoJo reference was Dio's head. Yes! Killer Queen already touched one of those 2 options.
Killer Queen is just amazing. It would make amazing fights and battles and things.
You can just play infinitely with. They're just fun ideas. They're just fun ideas. But yeah, no. Every part of JoJo also has I've seen a lot of people talk about it. Everyone from Jello Apocalypse to some of the anime reviewer channels just going over. See, no one ever touched, but like every part here has a tone shift.
It's a different type of genre each time. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying even in the same part. So part 1 here, it goes from relatively realistic to a vampire hunt after episode 3 when the mask really comes in. Part 2 has just a single vampire. It just shifts tone from a horror, just absolute horror with the first one.
Oh my gosh, the one that goes through the vents. Oh my god, and you know he's still there. He's still a statue. By the way, Speedwagon Foundation. It still has a statue of a Pillar Man in it. Yeah. And a bow and arrow now. You know, and at any moment, that Pillar Man's gonna wake up, stab himself with an arrow, and you're gonna have a problem on your hands.
A real problem. Yeah, you're gonna have to launch him into space too with his friend. They'll just kind of bump into each other.
I mean, and that's another thing that we'd have to do in our fanfic, of course. The Pillar Man. Okay, that's the one Pillar Man that did awaken and did somehow end up in the Speedwagon Foundation. Yeah, that's Josuke. Just after that one is defeated, that's when he gets nabbed out of time.
Oh, Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the well. He just got that thing stowed. He's just pushing it out of the well, and suddenly, out of the time stream. And the Speedwagon Foundation, you still have that thing, so that thing can wake up halfway through the fanfic. And it's like, well, now you got this thing, And it takes a, and it gets a stand, and it's on the loose too.
But I mean but right there, that's why or going back into part 2 there, like after that first one it's horror, then it goes into action adventure for the rest of it. And then you have Around the World in 80 Days for the first half of part 3.
Slice of life murder mystery.
Yes, it's a slice of life. Murder mystery is mostly season 4, but Serial Killer doesn't come out until the second half. He doesn't show up until episode 17. So like literally almost every part so far, 1 through 4, they have a tone shift about halfway through it or partway into it, and it keeps it fresh. It keeps the part itself from being too similar.
I haven't seen Saint Seiya. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never watched it.
Yeah, I've only seen the opening.
Yeah, I think I've seen the opening too.
Yeah.
And footage in various AMVs, clips, but never actually seen the show itself.
Because I put the Indiana Jones kind of part more to the second part, half of part 2. The first part is just this horror movie from hell with Nazis.
With friendly. Okay, they weren't very friendly. But with Nazis who were on JoJo's team.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason. German technology is the best! I'll agree. That technology is kind of crazy, sci-fi, awesome. What the hell? Where'd you get that from?
Well, first half is introducing characters, but it's also it's the electric chicken part. It's that he's like more or less the lead villain of the first half.
Yeah, he was a very disappointing conclusion, though.
Yeah, he just like it just kind of petered out. But I mean, all the way at that point, you start with the Nomura brothers, and then you have the one get killed because you had the milkman who was with the water necklace, the first one. Then you had the Nomura brothers, and then you had Electric Chicken. All these villains just kind of connected to each other in a network.
Yeah, exactly. And also, because of what we saw at the end of Season 4, we know that we could potentially stab people who already have stand powers. Hermit Purple could reveal whole new dimensions all of a sudden.
Because the thing was that it was just a character who was... Cause what they said explicitly with it unlocking new powers was that he was in such a bind, such an absolute bind. That's what was happening.
We could put them in absolute binds.
Well, we saw that with Koichi. Koichi would get so freaked out that his power would start would level up and do weird things.
True.
So it's definitely linked to like Jotaro's power would never level up because even when he's in a bind, he never panics.
I wouldn't.
He just goes yare yare, and the bind is over.
He did get in a bind, and he discovered Time Stop.
I guess you're right. but the implication was that Star Platinum was the same as Dio's. They had
I know. And there's a
my favorite meme
bloodline
is
connection
just
thing.
My favorite meme is part 1. Dio telling Jonathan Joestar telling Dio, "If you kill me, I'll haunt you." And then you see a screenshot of part 3 with Platinum Star punching in Dio's skull. It's like, yes, this is Jonathan's ghost haunting Jotaro. It is an evil spirit. You did it, Dio. You did this to yourself. Well, the premise of part 3 is just very simple. Like, a journey to save a woman. Like, it sounds like so many shows I've heard about. Like, isn't that episodes in Paladin or something?
It's not the premise. It's the adventure.
It's the adventure, yeah. I'm saying, but the premise itself has been done 1,000 times. It's like, Holly really is not a character.
I'm playing a game all about potatoes while I eat potato chips.
She barely gets an introduction in part 3, and she doesn't get an exit in season 3, really. You see her smile briefly when she recovers. Like,
Heaven's Door? What's Heaven's Door?
Don't talk about Heaven's Door. That's from a later part.
Okay.
I don't know about it yet.
I've only seen the 4 seasons of the anime. Do not spoil the rest for me.
But I've heard the name Heaven's Door, so I think it's part 5, part 6, something like that. But I don't know anything about it, so don't spoil it for us. We don't know Heaven's Door. We haven't started part 5 yet.
By the way, I did this to Mars.
Yes, part 4 through. Part 5 has like 10 episodes. We're waiting for it to finish before we binge it. Because we're binges.
Yeah.
We don't want to be waiting week for week for week for week. We want it all together. One giant dose.
I want it all.
It's kind of like the pill Mr. Krabs has to eat, you know, just all big and giant.
Okay,
and
now
like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
SpongeBob. There's a scene in it where he has to take his medicine.
I was like, I don't remember Mr. Krabs and JoJo.
No, like, he has to take a pill that's like this giant. And he's like, no, not the medicine. He's he's all miserable.
Good news. It's a suppository.
No. You ruined it.
So you don't have to swallow it.
I don't recall Heaven's Door in part 4. I really don't. I thought it was later.
No, wait.
Just be very careful.
I mean,
you're not spoiling
there was
for
a
us.
ton of wait, is it the guy with the book? Is it called Heaven's Door?
The artist was it? It wasn't.
The manga artist.
He was reading some. He had the ability to turn people into books. Was that Heaven's Door? Maybe.
Was that Heaven's Door? Was it the artist? Was it the mangaka?
Okay, it's a book.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't necessarily remember every single name of every single stand.
That power is so broken. That power, well, it's broken until it's not, because everybody can just eat him for some reason. Don't attack me. Don't read me. Okay, shit. It's like,
He's all like, okay, don't read this. And it's just like, if you find out about Dio through the kid, you die. It's like, well, that's not fair.
Yeah. I thought it was something different, because I heard, but yeah, Heaven's Door is definitely the most OP power if it was allowed to be.
Not necessarily the most OP. Alright, here's a question. If you could choose one of the stands from the show, had to be one shown in the first 4 seasons, no spoiling the later ones, guys, what would it be?
Can Rohan use Heaven's Door via TV broadcast? Hopefully
Nope.
not.
Nope.
He has to actually touch his target. Or actually no. If a target's not his manga, so if he showed a picture of his manga through a television screen,
he always has to be close range. And he stopped having to show people manga. He could just jump out and touch them after the first, He leveled up too.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the author just forgetting the limitations of his character's powers.
Could be.
Because that's constantly a problem with this author.
Okay, so if you could have a stand, one stand, what would it be?
Purple's really good. But Mr. Fix-It.
You want Josuke's power of fixing?
You just break the pipes, you knock him off a building, and he repairs it, and the whole pipe just goes. It just races back up into the sky.
You just smash your own motorcycle while riding it.
Oh, I was out of gas. Oh man, I was so worried for a minute there. Just gas. Some poor guy, he gets to his car. Where'd all my gas go? What happened?
Okay, so you'd go with Fix It. That's a good one. Can't argue with it. I would probably choose the cooking power.
Oh God. Oh, the creepy one. Creepy one.
What's that? Somebody's got cancer? Okay, eat this. Fixed. It's horrifying and terrible and gross, but hey, it cures things. I don't know what its limitations are, but good grief, yeah, I'll just go around cooking for everyone.
Yeah,
I'll do a restaurant. Supernaturally tasty food?
Subaru-sama wants to be cream.
Cream. Which one was cream?
You remember the Void from Part 3, the thing that ate itself?
Oh, that thing.
Iggy!
That thing's pretty freaking powerful.
You just can't see where you're going. But...
I mean, aside from fights and demolition work, I guess you can use it for travel, too. I mean, just be careful you don't run over any boats while you're crossing a sea.
You're just gonna turn on the news tomorrow. Strange thing happened on the highway. All these cars with holes in them.
Big holes
Inexplicably. Nobody knows what happened.
It's like an invisible bowling ball rolled down the road.
And then you just cue over to Subaru Sama. I made it to work on time. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was going to be late.
Anybody else want to name a particular power?
Yeah. But with Heaven's Door, he could. He said that he could change enough about a person's personality to make them artificial.
Mm-hmm.
So implications are high on that one. I hear.
Basically, if that power had been given to a lead villain, you would have a season of hell.
No, that's good. In theory, could destroy the planet. Yeah, he could probably. Start tunneling toward the core. He doesn't exist in this dimension really. So does gravity really affect him? Don't know. A lot of bad questions.
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll just leave. We leave it. I don't know on that. But with Heaven's Door, the most broken thing I've heard it do is that apparently at some point in some parts somewhere.
Why would you want to destroy the planet?
He wrote in somebody's book, learn Italian. And so start speaking Italian. He's like, "You cheater! You cheat! That's not how it works." You just it just warps reality. This character suddenly knows Italian. We just assumed in JoJo everybody spoke Joganese. They went to Egypt, no problem. They didn't have to speak a bunch of different languages. What's Italian? It's just Joganese, you know.
All right.
Even Joseph, Joe Merrick in there, speaks Jinglish. Oh my God!
He steals the show. He's the best character in season 2.
I'm still convinced part 2
I'm sorry, in season 3, he steals the show. They had to make him really old and not able to do anything so he wouldn't steal the entire show in another season.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still absolutely convinced that part 2 and part 3 are in alternate universes.
Because he changes so much?
Joseph in part 2 and part 3 are fundamentally... They're both amazing characters, but they're fundamentally not the same. Joseph in part 3 is not a trickster. He's lost his sense of humor. Okay. And more importantly, he never uses him on for anything except during the final fight.
Okay. Do you think Gluttony and Cream's power are similar? I don't know. Like, I watched the...
Yes?
I watched the first Full Metal Alchemist series, the one everyone says is wrong and doesn't follow the manga. I watched that like an age ago, and I barely remember Gluttony. Like, there's a bunch of things I clearly remember from the series. Gluttony, I only vaguely remember the character.
He's just a cannibal. He just eats people, and he gets really big later on. So, possibly, like, the biggest...
But, I mean, I've seen the openings for the new series, and he looks awesome in those.
Yeah, well,
but I don't know what his powers are.
He's being kept in line by Lust, because he was always listening to her advice and looking up to her as a mentor. And when she dies, he just goes ballistic, and he just blows up to the size of a barge, the Titanic here, after eating so many people. Because he has nobody looking after him anymore. We didn't watch...
Here's a question. Here's something that could go in the fanfic.
If he wrote Awaken His... Oh, no. Oh, no.
The manga artist, in the midst of all this hell, decides he needs to get involved. Too many of his fans are being vampired. It's pissing him off.
My readership keeps going down every month.
And of course, the ghost that's hanging out in the alleyway, worried about the serial killer.
Right, we did that.
Jonathan Joestar is in the same alley for whatever reason. His ghost is hanging out going, you got this Garrett killer? Yeah, that's sad. I've been here for like 300 years or something. I don't know how many years it's been. This guy named Dio.
Well, we decided that like Dio the serial killer tricks Dio into the alley, and so Dio's being pulled away by the hands, and in the corner of his eye, the serial killer, he sees it's all women's and ladies' hands grabbing Dio, and he's just so jealous.
The serial killer is jealous because we make them all ladies' hands.
Pulling Dio away, and he's just like, but that's my fetish.
But seriously, wrong things.
Wrong thing.
We do things that are just plain wrong.
Well, that's the fun of it, just being
That's the fun
wrong.
of fanfic.
It's a fun fanfic.
This is the fun whole fun. If you were just gonna tell the same story, you don't need to. It's already written. You're making up some new shit. That's the whole point of fan fiction.
But yeah, the Jonathan in the alley would be great. And there'd be probably a bunch of additional ghosts that build up during the course of the season. With their like you just get more and more ghosts in the alleyway as things go on.
Yeah,
though Iggy would be pretty cool to show up.
Oh yeah, Iggy's got to be in the alley too, hanging out with the other dog.
Yeah, the dog made a friend. Iggy. Hiromu.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's really hard to confirm what is a JoJo reference and what is not.
It's kind of one of those things
I was
that
sitting there,
become.
I turned my head sideways. I was looking at the stands, and I was looking over, going, "Pokemon, you didn't, because you're looking at a fire chicken. It's got fire attack, fire breath. It's like that's a Pokemon. That is a pocket monster.
Probably not.
No, it was inspired by Godzilla and older movies, but it just was that moment of just wondering. There stands in Hunter x Hunter 2. Yes, there are.
Everything is a JoJo's reference. JoJo is a JoJo's reference.
Time
travel.
Because you get Neferpito, and you get to just get that thing with the strings, and you're like, where did this come from? Because like you just previously there weren't really any stands.
Here we go. 1 second. Here we are, so lovely and blue. I miss when the Earth looked more like that. Give it a scan. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. 30. Oh. Okay, it's going to be a little while. Got it. Why is Neptune so big?
Because it's big.
Greased up beams? I can grease laser beams.
That's what I hear.
Greasy laser beams. Consider this possibility. This allows for some remember this concept. We may use this someday for another project.
I'm being hit with greasy laser beam. Oh, it's all over. Get it off of me.
My space episodes.
Oh no.
We need to take a note. Greasy laser beams.
So yeah, I hear Persona 4 is basically identical to in premise to Part 4 JoJo.
What is?
Persona 4, the game.
I haven't.
You have a quiet town with serial killers, and only high school kids can stop them.
Persona. I only played like the first Persona. I don't know. Maybe they get stand powers later.
I played Persona 3, and it reminds me of Stardust Crusaders. Yeah, no, like I said, the Persona seems to be, as far as I can tell, confirmed to be very inspired by JoJo's. That's Part 4. Yeah.
Am I doing something wrong? There's got to be a way to generate power faster.
But yeah, no, that's been a really fun series. Hadriex has not yet seen Hunter x Hunter. I got Jonix to watch it. I've seen it. Hadriex is next on the list. The next victim to be climbed. It's a good show.
Well, I'm probably going to be continuing to play SPACEPLAN on Monday and Tuesday and maybe Wednesday as I have time. I hope I can finish it before I leave.
The Joestars are known to be cursed to have a young black. Joseph disagrees. Joseph really disagrees with that one.
Only one Joestar has died at the point where we're at. Literally only one of them has been shown. We haven't even seen Lisa die. She's probably still out there somewhere,
Well,
looking younger than her grandson.
Yeah, no, Joseph...
Or her son.
Yeah, no, she's come on powers to keep looking young. Joseph just like, you know what? Don't need to do that. Come on, useless. He spent all of his years after season 2 trying to forget he had Haman powers. And now he's an old man. He made some mistakes in his life. One of them being a woman in Japan.
Hey, it worked out in the end. He got a cool child.
Just okay.
He got a cool child who can throw glass.
Yeah, no, every other generation
I
is...
still don't know why the one became a marine biologist. Why?
Yeah, because Johnson's son and great-grandson died off-screen. We don't count them. They died off-screen. But you still have Joseph, you still have Jotaro, you still have Josuke. By part 4, that's 3 out of 4 still alive of the ones we were watching. The character that developed power. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been reading the manga after the anime ended, but we've not seen part 5 yet, so careful, careful. We're gonna have part 5 ruined for us. Oh no! Ruined forever. We can't enjoy it with a spoiler. No. Yeah. Something I really like about Hunter x Hunter is just the turning the idea on its head and keeping, like I heard a lot about the power system being amazingly well developed. I don't follow that because at first I thought that was gonna be a thing because I kept hearing about it, but the power system doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. It just pull out weird things like the father's right-hand man there. I can't think of his name offhand, but he's just got a device that talks to him and pulls out random weapons. I'm like, how does this tie into your system? What? This is just disappeared instead of shown dying. KT be thrown into time shenanigans. Disappears after leaping in the air. Yeah, no. If in our fan fiction we could include Jotaro's father and Joseph's father who died off screen, just pulled in. Like, yeah, we just make up whatever you did.
But why?
But why? I
But
don't
why
know.
though?
But why though? It's a possibility. I don't know we'd do it, but you could.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. People who are in chat and who see this in post and leave comments, what do you think I should do with this one? Do you think I should stream this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Do you think I'll be able to beat the game in that? Or do you think that I should record snippets like I do for everything else, like I do with Idling to Rule the Gods and the like, and release it in parts, like I do the other Idle games? If I do it in parts, it means I'll be able to buy and play and do stuff throughout the day, instead of limiting myself to a couple hours a day while streaming, which means I'll be able to get through the game faster, as well as, you know, it'll be all the best bits put together. If I stream them, we'll have long, rambling conversations about whatever while getting through this.
Yeah, technically 2 Joestars didn't have time and space powers. The Hermit Purple and the Repair Power were not time or space.
Okay. That Repair Power is definitely messing with time and space. Definitely. It's moving. It's definitely time and space. And Hermit Purple, I definitely sees through space. And if he's predicting what people are going to say, that's time. That's time and space, boy.
Very loosely. Oh, but
to me, loose about everything.
Well, to me, the repair power is kind of like that the power remembers an object's position and then repairs it to that position. So I mean, that doesn't necessarily involve time.
When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be a time manipulation thing. I still am not sure what exactly it's doing.
All right. Well, either way, we're done. We're done talking JoJo. Feel free to tune back in. You know, this was definitely fun.
Yeah.
We were just sharing some of the fun ideas we were having because we were just having a laugh and a roar as we were coming up with madness.
All right. So, back to Island of Gods for a second. if I were to do a full hour-and-a-half run from here, I would not quite be able to beat Tyrant Overlord Ball. So I'm actually going to do a short rebirth to just climb a few rungs deeper. If I can beat Jupiter, I can clear Odin through Tyrant Overlord Ball in a single run. But I have to be able to beat Jupiter. And I have to also make weather during this. Just anyone who's wondering how that goes. I'm gonna end the stream though. So. Come on. Come on, make a human. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. There you go. What? Making humans isn't hard, right? How hard can it be? You just, you know, you put a couple of legs, you get a couple of arms, you know, maybe digestive tract. I think there's just a few miles of digestive tract. Nothing complicated. Yeah. Anyway.
Just looking at some of the chats. You cannot mute. Yeah, you're unmuting for the end here.
Yep, and until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.
Sorry, Ethan. Now might probably say sorry to her.
Sorry, there'll be no more JoJo in the next whatever.
Oh, maybe might type it so you can see it.
Bye.
Bye.